Hey everybody, how's it going? Doing alright. Today was a rough day. I had some realizations today that, that I'll talk about. Being kind of an interesting video, I've got this, but earlier today, during my lunch break, went for a walk and kind of rambled. So I'm going to tie the ramble in after this, but as I was driving home from work, sorry, I was looking in the house to see if Rayla got out of bed. I was driving home from work and just kind of, my mind was kind of spinning on some stuff. So just a reminder, if you find these videos helpful or just want to be part of the conversation or anything, make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It'd be very much appreciated on my end as well. And let's get to it. Today was good at work, but rough. I don't use the word I'm about to use. I don't think I've ever used it to describe myself in anything I've ever done. I put my all into everything, my heart, and I work really hard, and I'm very proud of all of the work that I've done in what I do. But today I felt and feel in my job inadequate. I don't feel like I can do what I did prior to Sarah getting so sick and prior to Sarah dying. And it sucks. Like, for me, data and data puzzles, like taking information, scrambling it all up, unscrambling it, figuring out what the story is behind a bunch of numbers that I'm able to go and write a program to grab. I loved doing that. It was exciting. It was fun. It was interesting. And that data was super meaningful because it was used to make decisions. And in my current job, decisions that impact public safety, so for public safety for 911, for medical, and for fire. And today, as I was trying to, at the end of the day, unscramble a puzzle, I couldn't figure it out. And there's these realizations that I loved doing that, but my heart's not there. And my mind, like, shit breaks in your brain when your person dies. And I know that it's only been 5 months. And maybe in a year and a half or 2 or 3, I'll be excited about programming and data analysis again. But I just, not being able to solve this, something that would have been, 20, 30 minutes of digging and whatnot 2 years ago. It hurts to know that you're, to some extent letting other people down and just not able to do what you were able to do. And I don't care about the whole pride of being able to solve the problem. I care about the fact that other people depend on me to help solve these puzzles and to help figure it out, and not being able to do something as well as I was able to sucks. And I feel bad. I feel bad that I can't help out and carry my weight in the same way that I used to be able to. And I know, give myself grace and all of that, and that time and all of those things. But it's Life's not fair. I am very aware of that. Very, very aware. But it's also not fair to my team, who's supported me and been just carrying my weight fully to some, well, not fully, but as best as they can, for essentially the past year, a little bit longer, with all the help that I had to give Sarah as her health declined. And now I'm at a point where, like, I'm back and feel like I should be carrying 100%, but I have restrictions in my life now without Sarah here, like, literally, and it makes things different and unfair for them as well. So I get that my shit's unfair. I don't, whatever, life's not fair, blah 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 blah. But feeling inadequate, feeling unable to do what I was able to do sucks a lot. So, and not feeling passionate about it, it doesn't help. I don't have any passion. My world was quite literally flipped upside down, and I have so much more desire and passion for my family, to be with my family, to I don't know. I just, like, what's important is different now than it was. And it's, it's such a crazy thing to have such a, not a slap in the face, but just a huge realization of where I am in my life and where I would like to be and what makes me happy, and how we've put as a culture so much stock into money and work and timelines. You must work your 8 hours a day or you're not worth the amount that we pay you, even if you can get 8 hours of work done within 2 hours. Like that that mindset, it just it's just like that beehive mindset. I don't know. It's just, I don't like the idea of spending the rest of my life doing 10 hours of it for money. So yeah, definitely a different perspective on life. So I think I'm gonna end talking about my feelings of inadequacy right there, and cut in my ramble from earlier today and some fun that I had at the park with a little drone. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful day, morning, night, wherever you are. And hey everybody, how's it going? So, lunch break, going for a walk. Recently, I've shown you the walk that Sarah and I used to do that was shorter and was easier, and we could do multiple laps. And as she had a harder and harder time being able to do bigger walks or knowing whether or not she was going to be able to, we started doing that one. So today I'm at a significantly bigger park and it's a little awkward doing these vlogs while walking around in public, especially because the topic is grief, and it can be a little weird. People give you weird looks sometimes, especially when you're talking about death and grief and mental health and sadness to yourself and your phone. So just a heads up there. Anyways, I always forget to mention, make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you find these videos useful, helpful in any way. or just want to know when they pop up so you can be part of the discussions that we're having. So I appreciate that very much. Also, make sure you check the description. We have a Patreon account, and in our Patreon, we have been doing some kind of behind the scenes or sneak peeks at some of the stuff that we've got coming, and I'm trying to make sure to update that and give a little bit more frequent updates so people are that are members of our Patreon get a little bit of something extra. There's also some Patreon exclusive merch in there, and it's the same Be Kind art, but we've made the heart in the ribbon blue, which is kind of exciting, kind of cool, and it's exclusive just for the Patreon members. All right, so here I am at the park doing the walks. I was sitting at work and just going through a lot of stuff, getting through a lot of data, a lot of reports, building reports. It's end of the year data stuff, and I really wanted to go for a walk, but it was raining and my brain was just kind of breaking, and it's kind of where I was at. So yeah, I checked and it was super rainy. Little area. And so I ended up not being able to go for a walk, and I sat back down at my computer and just for a couple of minutes zoned and kind of went back in time, and was not too long ago, not terribly long ago. Gosh, actually it's probably, almost a year now since Sarah and I did this walk. Crazy. Anyways, I just kind of got into a zone thinking about that, and kind of pulled on my heart. And like, what's weird is it's not like specific memories like conversations, but just going out and doing and being together. And it's kind of crazy to think about it. Like, this was our escape from normal work, all that fun stuff. So awkward in public. Anyways, so I was just kind of like, had this more rough moment. And it was just a couple minutes, but just thinking about like this place, this space where we are, and where I go on a regular basis. And the different paths, you know, because like, did we want to make the walk longer or shorter? How badly did we need to get back to work in the moment? What big projects? And we gotta like, what I loved about these walks though is they're long enough that we could talk about all the things. So we not just cancer. Like, we talked about the kids and how they were doing, and we got to talk about work and the projects that we worked on together, and Braden's baseball, because he had baseball games here. There's just like, it was just a lot. And while I'm sitting there like spacing on this for the couple minutes that I did, it's not like specific. It's not the specific conversations we had. It's just the knowledge that we worked out so many things, even when we were at work, on our lunch breaks, just because we had the time and the ability to go for walks. And since I started back at work, I've really let that go. I haven't been getting out and walking around as nearly as much as I need to. Part of that's winter as well, although I do kind of thrive in the winter, but I should probably dress in something other than shorts. But I just like, man, I don't really have anything about where this conversation is going. It's just, I think for me, this walk is special, which is kind of weird because it's just a path that I'm walking around on. But it's funny how something like a path can build up meaning based on the experiences had. How silly, right? But many of us have our favorite hikes, our favorite songs, our favorite this and that, and they have some kind of emotional attachment, some kind of meaning behind them and why we love them. And there's this giant park that's mostly field, and it's special just because of talking and walking. You know, those moments you spend, those moments that, I'm making myself sad, those moments that we take for granted, that you assume you're gonna have many more of, but we have no control over of. Like, there's no control, really, when you start to think about it. And so we're expecting to have a million more moments, a million more walks, a million more minutes of normal. And then it's poof, gone. For some of us, in a blink of an eye. For some of us, we have to go through other kind of hell to get there. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So I wanted to go for this walk, take you guys on this walk, and kind of excited about it just because I haven't really had a whole lot of chances to get over here and clear my mind, and that's what happens here always. Like with Sarah and I, our discussions cleared whatever things were on our mind, good, bad, ugly, it didn't matter. And that's just how it was. And when I would go on these walks by myself, it was kind of the same thing. You know, it's funny, we'd even come over here and play Pokemon Go. Just go for a walk and get our phones out, and you know, we didn't have to talk anything out. We could play a game, we could just walk hand in hand. The things you miss the most, hand in hand. I honestly started talking here without any goals. It was more about walking. So, I hope you guys enjoy this walk because it's pretty chill, pretty simple, and oddly has more meaning than most other places to me. So now it's a processing, you know, it's a place I can process whatever's going on for the day, whatever's gone on for the year, and think about what's next. You know, the hopes and the dreams, pushing through the grief, figuring out what we're gonna do, how I'm gonna take care of my family, all of that stuff. It doesn't have to be right here, it can be anywhere really, but here's special. That's all there is to it. And there's a lot on my mind lately too. Goals and dreams. That has taken up a lot of space. Trying to get to a point where we can do some of the things that we really want to do. And it's like one of those things my mind is just like constantly spinning on lately. Just constantly. So, homesteading. Weird. Something I always wanted to do. Never knew if I was going to. Now I'm really hopeful that I get to. So It's like so close, just so close. So yeah. Anyways, another ramble vlog. We'll see how it comes out. Thank you all for joining me. Have a wonderful day, morning, night, wherever you are. Remember, be kind, make good choices. Talk to you later. Bye.